Hello Fern followers, here's part 2 in the series or playlist of videos about how to choose a dog, or a bit of information to help you choosing a dog. So the first one we spoke about in the previous video was breed standards and what do they mean, and how does it apply and why is it relevant. Second thing we're going to talk about is pedigree. So if you're talking to a friend about buying a dog, I'm interested in buying a dog, and you might have a conversation along the lines of, oh, are you getting a pedigree? Or you need a pedigree, or you don't need a pedigree, or what's its pedigree, and you might not even have a clue what they're talking about. So I'll try and help you out with that now. So the word pedigree, it can mean, or can be used in relation to a few different things. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? So a pedigree can mean, or can be spoken about in relation to, if someone says what's its pedigree, it might mean who's his mum and dad, or who's his mum and dad's mum and dad. Are they really good? Have they proven themselves? Do they conform to the breed standards? They might be famous dogs, and they're basically asking you, what's its family like? In the same way you might ask somebody, you might judge somebody based on what their family are like. It's a way of judging a dog based on what his family or his heritage, or what his mum and dad's skills were like. Were they proven in tests and trials? So that's one way of talking about it. A pedigree can also mean, in relation to the Kennel Club, so the UK Kennel Club, if you buy a dog that's registered with them, they will give you a 5-generation pedigree. That's what they call. No, that's what they call it, and that's basically a family tree. So that's another meaning of the word pedigree, is basically the dog's family tree, and that's quite handy in choosing a dog, if you can see it in advance especially. So I've got my two dogs here. So the way I spoke about breed standard, Spaniels go into field trial championships, or field trials, and if they are awarded a title, a field trial champion, they get coloured red on the pedigree. I'm not sure about other breeds of dogs and other tests that they do, so I can't speak about that. And I think there's something like 62 dogs on a pedigree. Go on down. Hey, I think there's something like 62 dogs on a pedigree, plus the pup, plus the offspring. And what the pedigree does, it shows, so for instance with Fern, it then shows Fern's dad. Hey, come away, talking about you. So it'll show Fern's. Ooh, have to do some training. Right, come on. Good girls. So, I'll show Fern's dad and Fern's mum. Good girl. Good girl. Fern's dad, Fern's mum. It'll then show Fern's dad's dad, Fern's dad's mum, Fern's mum's dad, Fern's mum's mum, Fern's dad's dad's dad, Fern's dad's mum, and so on and so on and so on, back 5 generations. And you can see there, out of the 62, it's quite red all the way through. So these are the dogs that have proven themselves in championships, and they've proven that they meet the breed standards. And that holds a bit of bearing or relevance if you're going to choose a dog, because you know that way that you're choosing a dog that is proven to do all the things it should do. It's proven to be trainable, and certain health benefits might come along with that. So in Fern's pedigree, I can trace her parents and her grandparents, and they've been tested for things like hip dysplasia, eye problems, ear problems, to make sure that they are clear of them. That way, some genetic diseases or infections or malfunctions aren't. I know that they're not passed down by looking at that pedigree. So that's another thing a pedigree can mean. So it can mean what's its family like. It can mean, in that case, 5-generation history. And a pedigree also means it's a pure breed. So you've heard of Labradors and you've heard of Poodles. They're 2 different pure breeds. Sometimes if you cross them together you get a Labradoodle. or a poodle. Never heard of that one. That's not a pure breed, although it might be probably registered now for some strange reason as a breed. So pedigree can just mean the breed of dog. I think there's something else it could mean, and my mind's gone blank now because I've got a dog scratching at me. So that was video 2 in understanding what a pedigree is, understanding how it relates to the breed standard. So when choosing Fern, I chose her based on her parents proving themselves that they can meet the breed standard, their grandparents proving themselves, or her grandparents proving themselves that they can meet the breed standard, and all the way back for 5 generations. Out of 62 dogs, I think it's 62 in a pedigree, there's something like 44 field trial winners or field trial champions on Fern's pedigree. Now it doesn't really interest me that much, but that does say that it's highly likely that she can match the breed standard, and with the right training it can be brought out of her that she can do what she was bred to do. So that's that. Hope that helps, hope I haven't waffled again, and I'll film another one right now.